All right, you bastards, welcome back to the deep dive. Dubai, this place, this shimmering desert mirage where skyscrapers pierce the heavens and dreams are built on oil money and some seriously questionable morals. You guys wanted the real deal on Dubai, so you sent us a stack of articles, mostly from Wikipedia. Buckle up, Buttercup, because shit's about to get real.
Let's just say Dubai's story is a bit more complicated than what you see on the surface.
Damn straight. We're talking about a city that went from a sleepy fishing village to a global playground for the rich and infamous faster than you can say Burj Khalifa.
Yeah.
And to help us navigate this labyrinth of excess and intrigue, we got an expert who knows their way around Dubai's underbelly.
It's a fascinating case study
Of what?
in rapid development, unchecked ambition, and, well, the consequences that come with that.
All right, enough with the teasers. Let's cut the crap and dive right in. Our listener wants to know how the hell this place went from catching fish to hosting the world's tallest building.
So Dubai's history goes back centuries, to a time when it was a humble pearling and fishing village.
Hard to picture those pearl-diving asshats building an indoor ski slope, right?
Exactly. But even back then, Dubai had a strategic location at a crossroads of trade routes. That's what attracted the British in the 19th century. Made Dubai a protectorate.
The good old British Empire, always up to no good. But hey, at least they brought some order to the chaos, right?
Order, maybe, but also exploitation. Dubai's early economy was largely shaped by that relationship. Then in the 1960s, everything changed. Oil was discovered.
Bingo. Black gold, baby. That's when the sheiks started swimming in cash, right?
Not quite. While oil did kickstart Dubai's transformation, their reserves are relatively small, especially compared to other Gulf nations. By the 2000s, oil accounted for less than 5% of their GDP.
So what's the secret sauce? How do they turn a trickle of oil into a tsunami of wealth?
Vision. Strategy. A healthy dose of ruthlessness, you could say. The ruling Maktoum family, they've been in charge for almost 2 centuries, made a decision to diversify, poured money into infrastructure, tourism, and real estate. They created a city that was as much a spectacle as it was a business hub.
Hold up, back up a sec. The Maktoum family, huh? These are the guys calling the shots. The ones with the billion-dollar yachts and the pet tigers.
Essentially, yes, they've been the driving force behind Dubai's meteoric rise. But their rule hasn't been without controversy. Human rights groups have criticized their treatment of migrant workers, the restrictions on free speech, that kind of thing.
Ah, so it's not all sunshine and rainbows in this desert paradise. Shocker. Sounds like there's a dark side to all this glitz and glam. Tell me more about these Maktoum guys. Are they as shady as they sound?
They've been incredibly successful in transforming Dubai into a global powerhouse, but their success has come at a cost.
What cost?
While they operate with a level of secrecy and control that many find unsettling.
All right, let's unpack this a bit. What kind of shady shit are we talking about here? Give us the dirt, the juicy details they won't find on Wikipedia.
Well, recent reports from organizations like the OCCRP and the Carnegie Endowment have painted a pretty damning picture. They've exposed Dubai as a haven for money laundering, basically a place where corrupt officials, criminals, and even terrorist organizations can stash their cash with little scrutiny.
So those gleaming skyscrapers and luxury apartments are basically a giant piggy bank for the world's scumbags. I knew there was more to this story than meets the eye. Give us some examples, some specific cases that illustrate this whole gangster's paradise vibe.
Well, there was a massive data leak back in 2022 that revealed a whole network of corrupt individuals linked to Dubai property. It showed how they were buying up luxury real estate, likely using ill-gotten gains. We're talking Russian oligarchs, sanctioned business people, and even international crime syndicates like the Kinahan cartel.
Fuck me, it's like a real-life episode of Narcos, but with better tans and fancier cars. And how the hell are they getting away with this? Doesn't anyone in Dubai give a shit?
Dubai's legal system is notoriously opaque. They've got these free zones with lax regulations and a culture of secrecy that makes it incredibly difficult to track illicit financial flows.
So basically, if you're a crooked billionaire looking to hide your dirty money, Dubai is the place to be. Sounds about right.
It's become a major problem, attracting unwanted attention from international watchdogs and law enforcement agencies. Dubai's reputation as a safe haven for dirty money is starting to tarnish its image.
Well, it's about damn time. But let's be real, money talks. And in Dubai, it screams from the top of the Burj Khalifa. I doubt a little bad press is going to stop the flow of shady cash anytime soon.
You're probably right. It's a deeply entrenched system, and change won't come easily.
Right, before we get too bogged down in the dark side, let's take a break from all this criminal bullshit and explore some of the other facets of Dubai. What else is there to do in this city besides launder money and dodge taxes?
Well, to be honest, Dubai isn't exactly known for its quaint museums and historical landmarks. They've got bigger, shinier fish to fry.
Yeah, I'm guessing their idea of culture is a gold-plated Lamborghini parked next to a diamond-encrusted camel statue.
That's not entirely fair. While Dubai is a city of excess and spectacle, they do have a unique cultural tapestry, woven from tradition and globalization.
Okay, I'll bite. Lay some culture on me. What's there to experience besides the blind and bling and the shady underworld?
Well, for starters, it's important to remember that Dubai is rooted in Islamic tradition. Islam plays a significant role in everyday life, you know? You'll find mosques scattered throughout the city.
Right, got it. Mosques and shit. But isn't Dubai also like a giant melting pot of nationalities?
Precisely. It's one of the most cosmopolitan cities in the world, with a huge expat community. You've got Indians, Pakistanis, Filipinos, Brits, Americans, you name it. It's a truly diverse mix of cultures and languages.
So it's like a giant United Nations party, but with better cocktails and less bureaucracy.
Something like that. And this multiculturalism is reflected in the food scene, which is absolutely incredible. You can find anything from Michelin-starred restaurants serving up molecular gastronomy to street food stalls dishing out authentic Emirati cuisine.
Hold up, you mentioned Emirati cuisine. What the hell is that? Is it just sand and dates?
It's much more than that. Think aromatic rice dishes, flavorful stews, grilled meats, and fresh seafood. They've got incredible spice blends and unique cooking techniques that have been passed down through generations.
All right, color me intrigued. Maybe there's more to Dubai's culinary scene than gold leaf burgers and champagne-infused ice cream. But let's be real, Dubai also has a bit of a reputation for being, shall we say, strict. What's the deal with all the rules and regulations?
It's true that Dubai has a more conservative culture than many Western countries. There are certain social norms and expectations that visitors need to be aware of.
Yeah, like the dress code.
Hmm.
I've heard stories about tourists getting arrested for showing a little too much ankle.
It's not quite as draconian as some people make it out to be, but it's important to dress modestly, especially in public areas.
So, no booty shorts and tank tops. Damn, that puts a damper on my desert rave plans. But seriously, what about things like alcohol and PDA?
Alcohol is available in licensed venues, but public intoxication is definitely frowned upon. And as for PDA, it's best to keep it low-key.
All right, noted. No drunken makeout sessions in the souks. Got it. But despite all the rules and regulations, it sounds like Dubai is making an effort to be more inclusive in some ways.
Absolutely. They've been working on initiatives to make the city more accessible for people with disabilities, and there's a growing awareness of the importance of diversity and inclusion.
Okay, that's cool. It's good to know they're not just focused on building the tallest, shiniest, most extravagant shit in the world. But speaking of extravagant shit, let's talk about those holy shit, how did they build that kind of things?
Well, where do we even begin? There's the Burj Khalifa, obviously, the tallest building in the world, an architectural marvel, you could say, a symbol of Dubai's ambition and engineering prowess.
Yeah, it's like they took a giant middle finger to the laws of physics and said, hold my beer, watch this.
Yeah.
What else is there? Give me some more of that Dubai madness.
There's the Palm Jumeirah, an artificial archipelago shaped like a palm tree, complete with luxury villas, hotels, and even a monorail.
An artificial island shaped like a palm tree. That's some next level fuck you to nature right there.
And if that's not enough, there's the Dubai Mall, one of the largest shopping malls in the world. It's got an aquarium, an ice rink, a dinosaur skeleton, pretty much anything else you can imagine.
Okay, that sounds like my kind of mall. Shopping, sharks, and dinosaurs all under one roof. Sign me up. But seriously, all this extravagance, this obsession with being the biggest, the tallest, the most expensive, it's got to have consequences, right?
You're absolutely right. Dubai's relentless pursuit of growth and spectacle has come at a significant environmental cost. The construction of artificial islands, the sprawling urban development, the massive energy consumption to keep everything air-conditioned, it's all put a strain on that delicate desert ecosystem.
Yeah, I can't imagine building a giant indoor ski resort in the middle of the desert is exactly eco-friendly.
It's not. And then there's the issue of water scarcity. Dubai has very limited natural freshwater resources, and they rely heavily on desalination, which is an energy-intensive process with its own environmental impacts.
So they're basically sucking the earth dry to fuel their extravagant lifestyle. Not cool, Dubai. Not cool.
They are aware of these challenges and have implemented some sustainability initiatives, like investing in solar power and promoting green building practices. But the question is, are these efforts enough to offset the damage they've already done and the unsustainable nature of their growth model?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Can Dubai have its cake and eat it too, so to speak? Can they maintain this level of excess and still be environmentally responsible?
It's a tough balancing act, and only time will tell if they can pull it off. But let's not forget about the human cost of Dubai's rapid development.
Right, the migrant workers who built those shiny skyscrapers and artificial islands, we can't just gloss over that.
Absolutely not. The stories of exploitation and abuse are well documented. These workers often face horrific conditions, low wages, cramped housing, and limited rights.
It's like they're treated as disposable cogs in Dubai's grand machine.
There have been some efforts to improve the situation, with the introduction of labor laws and minimum wage standards, but the reality is that many workers are still vulnerable to exploitation.
It's a damn shame. And a stark reminder that behind all the glitz and glam, there's a darker side to Dubai's story.
It's a complex issue with no easy solutions, but it's a conversation that needs to happen.
Absolutely. We can't just ignore the human cost of Dubai's ambition.
It's a stark reminder that progress often comes at a price, and that price is often paid by those who are most vulnerable.
Well, that's a sobering thought. But let's end this segment on a slightly lighter note, shall we? Dubai is known for its over-the-top extravagance, right?
Certainly, Dubai doesn't shy away from ostentatious displays of wealth and luxury.
Give us some examples. I want to hear about the crazy shit.
Well, they have the Burj Al Arab, a sail-shaped hotel that's often dubbed the world's only seven-star hotel. It features lavish suites, a helipad, and even a fleet of Rolls-Royce Phantoms for guest use.
7 stars. That's a whole lot of fucking stars. What the hell do you even get for 7 stars? A personal butler who feeds you grapes while you're getting a gold-plated massage?
Pretty much. And then there's the Palm Jumeirah, as we mentioned. It's home to luxury residences, hotels, and even a monorail.
An artificial island shaped like a palm tree. That's just extra. I mean, who the fuck thinks, you know what the city needs? A giant palm tree made of sand and concrete.
Extravagance is part of Dubai's DNA. It's a city built on the idea of pushing boundaries, of defying expectations.
Okay, so they've got over-the-top hotels, man-made islands, and enough gold to make King Midas blush. But all this excess, this obsession with being the biggest, the tallest, the most expensive, it's got to have consequences, right?
There are definitely environmental concerns associated with Dubai's rapid development and extravagant lifestyle.
Yeah, I can't imagine building those artificial islands and giant aquariums is very eco-friendly.
You're right. Land reclamation and the massive scale of construction have impacted marine life and coastal ecosystems. And the sheer amount of energy consumed to maintain Dubai's climate-controlled environment is significant.
It's like they're trying to defy nature itself.
Dubai is aware of these challenges and has implemented some sustainability initiatives, like investing in solar power and promoting green building practices. But the question remains, is it enough?
Good question. It sounds like Dubai is walking a tightrope between progress and sustainability, between tradition and modernity. It's a fascinating, albeit complicated story.
Indeed. And as Dubai continues to evolve, it'll be interesting to see how they navigate these complexities.
All right, so we've had a whirlwind tour of Dubai's cultural quirks and jaw-dropping attractions. We've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. But there's one question we haven't answered yet. Can this crazy, contradictory city actually survive in the long run? Well, folks, we're back for the final round of our Dubai deep dive. We've seen how this city rose from the desert sands, fueled by oil money and a healthy dose of shady dealings. But can this crazy motherfucker actually survive in the long run? Or is it all just a mirage, destined to collapse under the weight of its own contradictions?
That's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? Dubai's model of growth, this relentless pursuit of bigger, better, shinier, it's inherently unsustainable. They're pushing the limits of physics, engineering, and probably good taste. But can they outrun the consequences of their actions?
Let's break it down. We've talked about the environmental challenges, the human rights issues, the shady money swirling around. What are the biggest threats to Dubai's future?
Climate change is a major one. Dubai is literally built on sand, and rising sea levels are a serious threat to their coastal developments and infrastructure. Plus, they're smack dab in the middle of a scorching desert, so they're already dealing with water scarcity and extreme heat. As temperatures continue to rise, it's going to become even more challenging, more expensive to maintain their current lifestyle.
Yeah, I can't imagine those indoor ski slopes will be very energy efficient when it's 120 degrees outside. But what about the economic challenges? Their economy is heavily reliant on tourism and real estate, both Notoriously volatile.
Exactly. A global recession, a pandemic, even just a shift in global travel trends could send their economy into a tailspin. They're trying to diversify, investing in technology, renewable energy, other sectors. But it remains to be seen whether these efforts will be enough to wean them off their dependence on luxury tourism and real estate speculation.
So they're basically trying to juggle chainsaws while riding a unicycle on a tightrope over a pit of vipers. Sounds about right. But let's be real. Dubai has a history of defying the odds. They've pulled off some insane feats of engineering and financial wizardry. Is there a chance they can actually pull this off?
Dubai is nothing if not ambitious. They've proven time and again they're willing to take risks, push boundaries, think outside the box. And let's not forget, they've got a shit ton of money to throw at these problems. Whether that'll be enough to overcome the fundamental challenges they face, well, that remains to be seen.
All right, so it's a mixed bag. Dubai,
Yeah.
a city of contradictions, a glittering monument to human ingenuity built on a foundation of, well, some questionable ethics and environmental exploitation. They're trying to chart a new course, a more sustainable and equitable future, but the odds are stacked against them. So what's the takeaway here? What should our listener make of all this?
I think Dubai is a cautionary tale, a reminder that progress comes at a cost and that unfettered ambition can have unintended consequences. It's a fascinating case study in the complexities of globalization, the allure of wealth and excess, and the challenges of balancing economic growth with environmental sustainability and social justice.
Well said. So there you have it, folks, Dubai. A city of dreams, a haven for the rich and infamous, and a cautionary tale for the 21st century. It's a place where the future is being written in sand, and only time will tell what kind of story it will tell. Until next time, keep your minds open, your wallets closed, and your bullshit detectors on high alert. We're out of here.